Hello everyone, this is Ibrahim from Mobile Techland, and today we'll be doing a review of Samsung Galaxy A10s. The Samsung Galaxy A10s came out in August 2019, so it has been nearly a year since it's been released. In this video we'll be doing an unboxing of this phone, and then we'll be looking into the specifications such as the camera, the phone performance, the phone settings, and mainly the battery life, as many people nowadays they rely on their phone to achieve their daily task. So a phone must have a good battery life in order to be a sustainable and reliable phone. Now let's begin with the unboxing. So I have the 32 gigabyte version right here. It has a 2 gigabyte of RAM. It has a 4000 milliamp battery. It has a 13 megapixel back camera with a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and it is dual SIM, so you can put 2 SIMs inside this phone. And yes, you can expand the storage up to 512 gigabyte. Now let's begin and let's see what's inside the box. Okay, so we have the phone, and we're gonna look into it later. Let's put this aside. Then we have the user manual. And you have all the books and the details that the Samsung gives you regarding this product. Inside the box you have a micro USB charging cable. It's the micro USB charging cable. Then you have a power adapter, so I believe this is a non-fast charger. So it is 0.3 amps, which is equivalent to 7.8 watts. Let's put this on the side. And you have the pin to take out your SIM card tray. Okay, now let's look into the phone. So let me just take the packaging off first. Okay, so the first thing that I have noticed is the phone has a notch. So here on the top, on the front facing camera, you have a notch. Then right on top of that you have the speakers. The display itself is 6.2 inch, and we're gonna look into it later on. So let's have a look externally how the phone is made first. So the back is plastic. So you're gonna have to be a bit careful when you're using this phone. So on the left hand side you have your volume buttons, and you have a SIM card tray, and don't forget that you can also expand your storage via SD card, micro SD card. And then on the right hand side you have your power button. Then you have your speakers, and you have your charging port right there, and you still have a headphone jack, which is good. And then on the back of the phone you have your cameras. So you have 2 cameras, like I mentioned before. The first one is 13 megapixel, and then you have a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and then you have a flashlight, and then you have a fingerprint scanner. One thing that I'm noticing right now is that the back of the phone is fingerprint magnet, so wherever you touch it, it's going to leave a fingerprint. So to get a phone case or cover, so it protects the phone, and you're less likely to get this fingerprint on the back of the phone. A bit longer to load, and voila, it's there. Okay, so as I said before, it has a notch on the top, and the display is 6.2 inch TFT display. This is a downside, to be honest, because unlike other Samsung phones, this is not Super AMOLED, which means that you're not going to get all that vibrant image or video whenever you're watching something on this phone. However, for a budget phone, this is still a very good deal. Okay, let's look into the settings first of all. Okay, one moment, let me just change the language to English. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back right now and show you everything. Let's go back. Now let's have a look into the storage. So as everyone knows, as most of you guys knows, whenever you buy a phone and you look internally, there is always a certain amount of memory that is taken by the software. So let's look into this phone, exactly how much memory do we have for ourselves. So like every Samsung, you have a device care, and this is like a software that comes built into the Samsung phones, and this lets you check your battery performance, the storage, the memory, and the security. I'm gonna show it to you. so available space is 22.5 gigabyte. Okay, so right now we're gonna play a YouTube video and we're gonna see how well it performs. So I'm gonna go on YouTube right now. Okay, so I'm gonna play the first video. It's looking pretty good. Okay, it's a 360, so it's the resolution is 360p right now. I'm gonna change that to, okay, so the maximum resolution on this phone is 720p. Now let's enjoy the scenery of this video. Okay, so I left the phone in charge for nearly 40 minutes and the battery percentage was 47%. Right now let's check it out, how many percentage it has gone up to. Okay, so 58%. Okay, so it has gone up around 10%. So the battery percentage has increased around 10% in 40 minutes. Despite the battery being very large, the charging is very slow. So if you purchase this phone, I'll recommend that you keep it charged quite often and carry a power bank with you. Okay, so right now we're going to review the camera, and let me just go into the photo section first. Okay, so on the photo you have a wide mode, so that's the main 13 megapixel camera and it's wide. Then you have a macro mode, so that's the depth sensor. You can zoom in further into an object or into a person. And then you have a video mode, which is the same, so you have the wide angle and then you have a macro mode. And then you have a live focus, so you can just capture the object or the person that you want to capture, and then you can blur out the surroundings and the background. And then you have a pro mode and you have a panorama view. So I'll just show you this: pro, live focus, photo and video. One thing that this phone does not have is ultra wide angle, where you can capture more objects or you can get extended view of the field. To conclude the review on the camera is pretty good, but this is only for a budget phone. So if you compare the Samsung Galaxy A10s camera with other budget phones on similar prices, then the camera on this phone, it's a lot better than I can say. Okay, so right now we're going to play a video game on this phone and we're going to test the graphic, so whether we can play this game on maximum settings and how well it performs. So let's get into it. We cannot play a powerful game on this phone at maximum settings, so you'll have to keep the graphic quality low, and this is already done by default. In this case I'm playing Call of Duty Mobile. So right now I'm going to go into gameplay and I'm going to test how the performance is. So the gameplay is very smooth as far as I saw, but this can change if you keep playing for a long period of time. The gameplay, the phone might actually become slow and you might see a lot of lagging in the game. So to conclude this video, I'm gonna give this phone a 5 out of 10 for the performance and a 7 out of 10 for the price. In UK, this phone is around 150 to 160 pound. It's not cheap, but if you compare to other phones, it is a decent price. So if you're a person who's going to buy this phone just for everyday use, like basic use such as phone call, text and social media, then this is a very good deal and I would recommend you to get this phone. However, if you're a person who relies on his phone very often and who does a lot of heavy tasks on his phone, then you might want to go for a high-end phone such as Samsung Galaxy S20 or Samsung Galaxy A70. So this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.